with that. I think that generationally we're seeing it more and more, like out in the open. And again, I grew up in evangelical Christian where misogyny and internalized sexism, I grew up with that. I thought that was normal. You know, you have to really work at it, and it's easy to lapse back into it. It's so easy.
It's wild. You know, this is funny, listeners. So Pumps wanted to go to law school, which is a cool thing for your daughter to do. Her mom opposed it.
Yeah, because being a teacher was a better helper job, which helper meant to my husband. And I just want to go on record, I fucking hate kids. Like, I barely like them. And so, you know, whatever.
I hope to God that part right there gets cut up and put on the 5. And your parents are sitting at home fucking freebasing Fox. It's always my face on there saying it. And I hope to God, I mean, Greg Gutfeld, Jesse Waters, please, with everything, I mean, please cut Pumps saying, I fucking hate kids, I barely like my own, and put it on the 5. I would pay a lot of money to watch your parents' reaction to that as they're sitting at home freebasing Fox. I would. I need that kind of entertainment right now.
Yeah, that would be great. I was going to say this, just kind of on that same sphere. I forgot to mention it to you. Okay, so with all the snow and people are iced in, kids can't go to school. I mean, I have never been happier that my kids are adults until a snow day comes. And then it's just an extra layer. When I got my roots done, 2 ladies had their little kids because there was no school. And I just was like, I'm so happy my kids are grown, because snow days were terrible back in the day. I mean, they were just terrible.
Do you remember what I did?
I talked about it. You have to tell it. It's so good.
Okay, so there's a horrible snowstorm, ice storm in Oklahoma, and they come so infrequently, and everybody is so incredibly ill-prepared mentally, psychologically. The city, there's 0 coping skills when this happens. 0. The entire place melts down. So all the snow and ice comes, and the principal at my son's school was pretty good about, like, listen, I'm not closing it down. Everybody freaks out over this. And so I'm on the phone. She's like, my kid's school closed. I was like, not mine. My kid's school's not closed. So I go, and I was always the first mom in carpool line. I was the first to drop off, the first to pick up, right? And so imagine that, me being that type A. Anyway, I'm sitting there waiting. I'm on the phone with Angie, and I'm like, well, nobody's here. And I said, you know what? They're probably running late, because I'm like, denial kicks in. I'm like, they're probably running late because of the snow. And then finally, and she's on the phone, she's like, you're fucked. You're fucked. You're going to be in kid jail all day with your kids, and I fucking love it. You deserve every bit of it. You try to victory lap on me. I'm so glad this happened to you, which I deserved all of that, for the record. And then finally, the security guard comes over and bangs on the window, and he's like, ma'am, school is closed today. And she heard the whole thing, and she's laughing just like she is there, just enjoying every bit of it.
So happy.
I look in the back seat and I see my kids, and they have like their little beanies on, and they're both like in these like booster car seat things, and I look in the rearview mirror and I'm just like, I really need for them to be at school today.
Really bad.
So then and then you just do this drive home. Unbelted. I remember one time, Pumps, it was a really bad ice storm, and you said, why don't you come over to my house? And it's when you lived on that street, Whipperville.
Yeah.
So I go over to Pup's house, and the youngest of all 5 of our kids was my youngest son, and he was probably around like 18 months. Like, we could put him in one of those those circular things where
extra chocolate.
Yeah, the saucer thing. And so I bring some wine and a couple packs of cigarettes, obviously. All right. So we pop open a bottle of wine at like noon, right? And we throw, like, we got the bubble bath going for some of the kids. We've got Cheetos and cartoons and just like A+ parenting out the wazoo, right? We're on the side of the house getting all liquored up, smoking cigarettes. And then finally, our husbands get off work, and we're like, hey, let's all have dinner over at the Olsons tonight. This will be really fun. All the kids are iced in. that was at 1 we decided to do that. Well, the husbands arrived around like 5:30. We are schnockered beyond all existence. Her youngest son, Luke, is in the middle of the street. And he has on one of those little like pajama things with the feet that zips up. And Josh, my husband, comes in, he's got Luke on his hip, and he's like, what the fuck is wrong with you guys? Luke was standing in the middle of the street.
And it's making us.
We reek cigarettes. We've each probably had a bottle of wine. I'm telling you, it is tough times during snowstorms. So shout out to all the young moms out there. Make sure if you get all liquored up, maybe smoke a gird or two in these snow days, just make sure your kids are inside.
Right. Lock the door.
Luke lived. He's great. He's thriving now. Everything's great. I think he has more grit than your other two kids. And so I would say that was character developing.
Yeah, I did too. I think it was good for him. But Josh doesn't get like mad like that.
Ever.
He was livid, rightfully so. I mean, he's got Luke on his hip.
We were hammered.
That's a snow day.
Mm-hmm.